What's going on, guys? So, as you can see, I got another movie review for you guys. This time it's the Equalizer 3. I have both 1 and 2 of the Equalizer. And I enjoy the Equalizer movies. I really do. The Denzel Washington. I never. It's to the point where I want to check out the original show because I've never seen the original show that it's based off of. And I know they got a remake with Queen Latifah, but the movies with Denzel Washington has been a neat treat of violence and suspense and just intrigue. Like he really made this movie cool, and the third movie was no exception. So we find Mr. Robert McCall. Basically, I don't know if he was in Italy yet. I forgot where he was initially, but we find him basically been held because he went to these particular group of people because they took something from someone, and he wanted that particular thing back. The scene in particular I'm referring to is actually right here in front of your face, that you see right here on the screen with him, and that we saw in the trailers. That's pretty much where we find him, and thus, I mean, this scene sets the tone for the whole movie, and it branches off from here. Something is a lot of things happen. A thing, I'm pretty sure this is a first for this movie that we get to see something that we never seen before, and we actually get to see Robert McCall get injured, and the way he gets injured is so intriguing that you when you see it, and when you see it happen, you be like, that would be the only way to probably get him. And but from there it transitions to this whole thing as he came across this particular incident in this beginning part of the movie leads to the rest of the movie because it ties in due to a particular, I want to say, illegal traffic trade. And he contacts this lady who works at I think she works with the CIA or something like that, and it's Dakota Fanning's character, and she plays a special role in this too, like who she is and why he chose her is a side plot mystery of its own, but it expands to this whole thing where just this one little scene expanded to like what the main plot of this movie about, and he finds himself in Italy, finding something that he thought he would never find, which is peace. But as we know with the Equalizer movies, there are things or people, a group of people that's threatening this newfound peace that he never thought he would have. And as you saw in one of the trailers, he said, "I'm beginning to like it here, and you can't have them." This movie was good, man. I mean, the violence and the kills, like it was maybe like 1 or 2 notches below what Expendables 1 and 2 was. But when he goes into his modes, I mean, oh my God, those kills was brutal. I mean, oh God, those kills was brutal. It was like a couple. I'm just like, well, how do y'all not know this man by now? Like, having the legend of how he kills people has spread. Like, Jesus Christ, he is like murdering you in ways that I couldn't even fathom. But this movie was good. I enjoyed the acting, the story, the pacing. Well, you know what? That's a double edge, because that's like the only thing that I can say that's negative about this movie. That at parts, it didn't like diminish my whole experience, but at parts there were like slow moments that was taking me out just a little bit. But it was enough for me to say it deserves a point deduction because it was just slow at certain points. But other than that, everything was good. The visuals, which was, it wasn't like a visually spectacular thing, but I did enjoy the whole setting of it being in Italy and stuff like that. So I will say visually, like in the setting of where they were, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the culture that he accustomed to in Italy, the people. I enjoyed the action and the action and the acting. The plot majority of the plot I liked, except like I said, except the only thing I didn't like was just the times that it was slow to the point where I'm just like I kind of like got distracted and like was on my phone, and then like, oh wait a minute, I'm supposed to be watching this movie, but that's because I was taken out with the slow moments. But other than that, the movie was good. I would give this movie. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, big ups. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, big ups, because this was a solid, good movie, and I was gonna give it an 8. I might give it an 8. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let me think, guys, because do I think it was an 8 worthy? No, I'm gonna stick with a 7. I'm gonna stick with a 7 because it was. It was more the same, but it wasn't like it was bad. It was what we was accustomed to. Couple of good kills, new fresh kills, but pretty much more the same. And they did add a new wrinkle to the mix by showing that for the first time in 3 movies, he actually was injured. But I could be wrong. He could have got injured in the previous movies, but I'm pretty sure this. Like, I feel like this was the only movie he really got injured in, but like I said, I could be wrong. The one final thing, the ending. They ended the movie when you get to the ending. They ended it where if they wanted to make another one, they could. But they also ended it where if this was it, that he was like, I'm done, no more Equalizer for me. Or at least if it's more, it's gonna be like a prequel. See, cause I read somewhere they was considering like doing prequels and stuff like that. But as far as the saga goes, they ended it where they gave themselves room to make more, but they also ended it where like if this was it, this was a good ending for Mr. Robert McCall. But that's it. If you enjoy my review, you know what to do, guys. Hit those buttons and let me know in the comments down below without spoiling what you thought of the Equalizer 3. And if you enjoyed my review, you hit this button right here for all of my movie reviews. And if you enjoyed the video so much you want to support the channel, hit those buttons. And as always, hit me on these videos for more of my amazing content. Don't go anywhere. Got a reaction for you guys. And it's a Mortal Kombat 1 reaction. Peace.